Guys, welcome to another episode of Wake Up. We're out here in Chicago. So let's give it up for Chicago. We're going to do it one more time since we're so quiet here. Let's give it up for Chicago. So we're going to just go over our little introduction first. I'm Fat, I'm your host. And then we'll go over here first. Name, Cash App, Instagram.
Hey guys, it's your girl Sunny. Instagram, Sunny No Shade. Instagram, Sweet and Sunny. You got to put the N in the middle. Considering that no one has Cash App to me, I want to make sure I said it loud and clear this time for everyone to hear. Sweet and Sunny.
Sir, can you get off your phone? Thanks.
I was trying to see my Cash App. I was
Okay.
trying to see what's my Cash App.
No phones. Right here. Name.
I'm Bobby Joe. My Instagram's BJ3405. And my Cash App is also BJ with an H. So BJH3405.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Chastity Tress on Instagram, ChasityTress, and my Instagram is Get the Doolies, GetTheDullies.
Okay.
My name on Instagram is la.so.trilly. And my Cash App is LATrilly68.
Okay. Are you from LA or something, or
No, I'm from Chicago.
just LA was the pick? Okay.
How you doing? I'm Red. Instagram is at Peter Ferrari 1980.
Okay.
Oh, your Cash App.
Your Cash App,
I
sir?
don't got no cash. Y'all got something no money.
Wow. Okay. I beg to differ on that a little bit, but
We good.
okay. Okay. Today's topic we're going to be speaking about is, the migrants kind of coming over. I know we've seen it on the news and everything. My theory is, I feel like we've always had a lot of people come to this country, right? But in general, it's gotten out of hand where they're delivering them through buses and all that. So my theory is these are like aliens, right? I'm serious. I really believe that these people came out of the fucking blue. They're not just, people from overseas, or Mexicans that have crossed the border. Because this shit's been happening forever, right? Now, Chicago's getting it worse than ever. We're getting them thrown everywhere. I really believe these are fucking aliens, they're not. Yeah, okay, listen to me here. Hear me out.
Where are you coming from?
Like all of a sudden, you got buses filled with these people. We've never had these problems. These are not normal people. And we've had some, I've had a friend of mine that brings them on the boat. They don't look normal. There's something about them that's not normal. Now, I may be the first to kind of bring this up, but I believe these are fucking really aliens. They're not real people. So we can go over here. Because, they're living in the weirdest conditions.
That's what I was just gonna
Nobody's
say.
saying shit. Nobody's saying nothing.
No, that's
Chicago's
what I was
getting
gonna
it,
say.
right?
That's what I was gonna say, cause they ass be outside in the cold on the concrete floor, and it's actually really sad to see. But there's no way in hell
They're not fucking people. They're not real people.
You can't be people. How they're living out there, they're set up with their tents and their clothes, and it's sad to see babies. Yeah. So you got baby aliens out there in front of the police station living on the floor. It's fucked up.
I don't want to sound like an asshole because I've donated to these people and helped them, but they're like fucking machines. They don't care. And I know everybody, yes, this is a tough subject to talk about, but how the fuck are these real people? Like she said, there was 70 of them in the police station, right?
Barefoot, they're just walking around, they're just walking in front of the police station. I'm just and this was their living conditions over the summer. It was actually really fucking weird. So maybe they are aliens.
But we've had other people come through. But what do you think about it?
I've never considered them aliens.
No, I think they're aliens.
First time I've ever.
You know what? I could consider them aliens because it's nowadays you could go to a shelter, you could go somewhere, it's a lot of places that help you get off of the street, and you just want to be there, like a
they
robot.
were stationed there, dropped off there in front of a lot of the police
that make a lot of
departments in
sense.
Chicago.
And now they're saying they're throwing them in the suburbs, but the suburbs are saying no, we don't want them,
Well,
right?
It started off with Texas.
No, but yeah, Texas said we don't want them either, right?
Because Illinois said we're a sanctuary state. Send them here. No,
Yeah.
And it seems like Chicago and New York, that's where they really be at. And it's like, I don't know, it seemed real busy out here.
But like they fight for rights in everything else they do, right? Like in everything else, they'll fight for rights. But everybody's just kind of letting these people just slide on their way, right?
Literally.
And we don't think nothing's going on. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, wait, what do you think over there, Red?
Well, I see people sleeping in the cold on a regular, like under the little viaduct back there.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that too. Yeah.
They be having couches under the things and everything. So like, they fitting right along with your aliens.
Yeah. So like the aliens, though, they're doing fine in these conditions.
Just not complaining, just okay
Nothing,
with where they at.
Oh,
They
yeah,
don't want to
they-
make it nowhere else. They not trying to get off of where they at. Nothing. That do make sense.
And look, if I got sent from another country, right? All right, and I got shipped over, and they sent me to Texas, and then I went on a bus with a bunch of people, and then I got sent to Chicago, and I'm sleeping on the floor to sleep on the floor again in the concrete in the cold. I'm gonna get violent. I already know I'm robbing a bank. I'm fucking something up. I'm gonna do something violent, right? That is the only logical thing to do. But these are not real people.
That does make sense. 'Cause I always-
These cannot be real people.
Yeah, I always said if I was homeless, I would just spend the day in Walmart eating, and then I'm about to go find me a shelter and go tell them I'm homeless and help me find a job and help me find a place. Like, I'm not finna just chill out in the cold. Like, it's fun.
Yeah, but I mean,
But I feel like it's a difference right now between homeless people who actively make the choice to be homeless every day. These people have kind of been sent here like in hopes of genuinely getting some help, like a different lifestyle, changing their lives, and motherfuckers got them on the concrete floor in front of police departments. Like they can't even sleep in the cells type shit. The cell, you know what I'm saying? The cells in the jails, like they're just out there on the floor, like babies, families sleeping on the concrete ground is crazy to me.
Like,
Yeah.
In front of the police department,
there.
though.
Like right there, like a promise of life.
But it would seem
It was
like the
like,
police.
I don't know what the fuck they
help
promised.
people with babies and stuff even more now. Like they move faster when they know you got kids. So I don't know. It just don't sit right.
yeah. I mean, what do you think over there? We can get your point of
Me?
view.
Well, I come from a family of illegal aliens, so I'm the perfect person to talk about this. They're here because they think there's a better world for them over here. So they come over here. Biden's opening up all the borders, let them all in.
Yeah.
They want extra numbers. They want extra body count. So when that new disease comes in, not COVID-19, it's going to be something stronger. There's more money involved in it when people are getting killed. You know, okay, label it whatever it was, COVID-19. The hospitals are getting paid. They know what's going on. There's a bunch of Russians going to Venezuela too. What's going down is World War III. You guys don't even know what's going on with that.
Civil War.
That Civil War is going down. Lock your doors, buy guns, ammunition, because, yeah, you know, you got busload of people over here. What do you think they're going to do? They're going to be knocking on your door trying to get your food. So, yeah, I mean.
But do you believe these are? I'm not saying aliens as opposed to like, you know, I know they're
Extraterrestrial.
Yeah, I think they're really aliens. No, I'm serious. I don't believe these are real people because they're too damn happy sleeping on the fucking concrete, sleeping on the floor. They don't care for anything, and in general, I've seen them just around. They have not gotten violent.
No, they haven't. I guess this is probably a better place than where they were at. You know, I don't.
You think so?
Probably.
What are they?
Yeah, probably.
What race?
They're from South America, Venezuela.
But okay.
Which, like,
So Venezuela's like a country like Cuba with a dictator and stuff. So I guess, you know, they have a bad time over there, and Biden says let them in.
So yeah, we agree he let them in, but like go on the concept of like just I get to be a good humanitarian and everything. They've put these people up, but there's no way they're just dealing with this shit. You know what I mean? Like if I had a group, okay, of 100 sleeping, you know, all in the same whatever, we're all the same. I'd be like, look, we need to start protesting. We need to get something going, right?
I don't know, maybe they're
Just
scared.
think about
They're
that.
probably scared.
These people are they're not scared because they're just extremely
They're not.
they're extremely
not
happy.
I mean, they could get sent back to their country. They're probably scared.
They can't. They really can't
Well,
because they're just letting them right back in anyway.
Maybe I think the talk was like they're getting numbers, so when the next fit, like they're giving these people a license like this, opposed to some people like if you're
Yeah, I mean,
They want-
you could
to
say
vote in
you
the
could say
election.
the labor shortage happened, right? We're all short on labor, so do you think they just threw a bunch of immigrants in
I
here
think it's for
to?
the election.
That's what I'm saying. It
November.
doesn't sound right, correct?
That's what I think it's for.
Well, it is. It's still fucked up though. It's a fucked up situation, and it's hard to watch. Like she said, we are used to like seeing homeless people downtown. People
Yeah, but-
people standing at red lights and shit like that. And granted, it's in Chicago. A real winter for us is negative below
Degrees. Yeah, it's coming. A
It's
storm is coming
That-
next
right,
week.
that's
They're
what I'm
saying the
saying.
storm's coming next week.
So what the hell? Like, what are they gonna like? Again,
I think what's going on is like, has anybody seen the movie Scarface? In the beginning of the movie Scarface and stuff, when Fidel Castro had a treaty with the United States, they open up all the jails and let all the prisoners out of the jail come to America, destroy America. That's the same thing that's going on over here. Venezuela has opened up the jails for the Venezuelan people to come over here, and we got all the criminals over here. So that's why be
crime
prepared. Crime
is at
You-
all
you-
time.
at all
You
times.
think it's just gonna get worse out here? Or?
Of course,
I think so too.
of course.
Yeah.
And what's that law? Didn't that law happen or some shit? The
law
I-bond
changed.
shit.
Yeah, there's no more.
No
That's-
cash-
I don't
cash
think
bonds or
it's
something?
a violent crime or like drug. No, I don't even think they're doing drug crime. I think it's just violent crimes. They don't give you I-bond.
Yeah.
Right.
I like it.
Well, I mean, if we get back on the alien subject, you believe in aliens over there or what? You're a
course,
big
of
conspiracy
course.
guy.
Yeah, there's aliens out here.
Yeah, but I mean, like they're shipping them by the buses. I don't believe these are. I don't believe these are immigrants from other countries. I'm serious. Why do you think they are?
I mean, I talked to a couple.
I hollered at a
There's the
few.
regular people.
You've tried to talk to a couple.
At a few.
I hired a couple of them. I do construction. So,
Okay.
they help out.
So you try to put them to work with you.
try to put them to work, put them in the same place. But again, I heard stories. They got counselors and stuff. Like the women that have kids that come over here, they get helped out. They get an apartment paid for like 3 months and stuff. Out of hardworking citizens, tax money. So
Yeah.
I think that's unfair. But hey,
Yeah, how
Well,
about
if you think about it, money's really not real. They just print more of it, or it's just digital. So they just make it, and then they give it to these people.
Well, we
You
just
know?
give you.
They haven't helped any of the, like she said, she's seen a bunch of homeless people in Chicago. They don't help them at all.
No, a lot of veterans,
They just keep them there, right?
that's why I've always hated Kanye. I don't want to bring up the Kanye situation, but like if I was in a position like Kanye, if I would over all these years, there would be no homeless people on the streets of
Right.
Chicago. There would be too many resources, homeless shelters, all the abandoned buildings that we have as is, old hotels. There would be way too many resources if I had the power, like someone like Kanye coming from Chicago. It bothered me my whole childhood. I'm a empath, like very, sympathetic person, and just like seeing people in the fucking cold, and then it makes you want to be grateful and not take what you have for granted because it's niggas out here sleeping on the street. So
There's a doctor named Barbie something. She's helping all the homeless people. I don't know if you guys heard of her.
yeah, I want to follow more acts of
Yeah, she's
helping the
doing-
homeless.
But like, okay, like I am to get your approach on that, but that just shows if you make a lot of money, then all of a sudden you should help everybody. It's kind of,
It's a tough situation. I'm not
tough
saying
situation.
Kanye is obligated, but I mean, there's just if I would want to be resourceful to the city that helped me get to where I'm going, and so that would be my way of giving back is getting the homeless people off the street.
but there's homeless
Because it's
people in New
bad.
York, and there's a bunch of rich billionaires in New York,
Yeah, and they fucking suck because they're saying they're selfish.
I get what you're
But
saying.
there's shelters out here, because I used to pick up workers and stuff, and I used to go to the shelters. I used to pick up the workers. They have opening beds for these homeless people, but you have to be in there by 8 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
but I'm
morning
saying
at night,
these-
and
the
you have to
new-
leave there by 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
They don't want to follow rules, so that's why they're.
Yeah, but I'm saying the aliens get all this special treatment. We never did that for anybody else.
No,
Yeah.
right.
So there's something special about these people just walking in, into Chicago all of a sudden, right? They talk about like giving out $90 million to people, helping put these people up in houses and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they
They
did
didn't do that
for the Mexican.
They didn't do that for
immigrants.
nobody.
right. That's why a lot of people.
But
are upset.
Latinos.
There's a lot. I think
A lot of
for the
people
election,
upset.
I
It's
think
not.
they're
It's
trying
not.
to give-
It's not right.
You think it's for the election? They can't vote.
Yes, they can. They're literally giving.
Yeah, they're
people
giving
a license.
them-
Like
They can work.
They're getting
they get a
IDs,
license
permits, and
quicker than
everything.
Like,
other people
they can
have
work.
who've been trying for years. Like
Okay.
So they're giving license out. So like you come in, here's your license, so you can vote. They're trying to so they're gonna vote for
So Trump don't win. That's what you think.
basically. Is what I think they're trying.
Probably,
'Cause
yeah.
I don't know. That's why I think that something strange is going on. Nobody's really like
I think it's
talking about it, and I get maybe the vote. It could be the voting thing.
And they're allowed to go to war too. They say that
Oh, wow.
They're allowed to go to
any
war.
Venezuelan that comes in here and wants to join the military, they're allowed to join the military. So they're getting all the benefits.
So
They sat right there then.
if you were coming from a different country here, would you deal with it that way?
Me?
Yeah.
If they're offering me everything, I'm taking whatever they're giving me.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody
So-
else is going to be upset.
So it's
but,
like a
I mean,
useless
Exactly.
person just can come to America and have their whole life started.
Yeah, they're
Either-
giving him like $5,000, and so like my ex, who's Iraqi, he was so mad because he's like, "What about like my family tried so hard to get here, but then when the refugees are different than this, they're giving each family $5,000 to start." He's like,
Yeah.
"I didn't get 5,000 to start with. I went into debt coming to the USA."
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
But that is the truth. A lot of families struggle to get here.
But
Right.
Work
the
their
people-
ass off.
So people
Yeah.
who really have struggled, they get really upset when like other countries get to come here for like 5,000 each, and like each
Or
family.
they're getting
member-
a hand. They're getting
Yeah.
a fresh start.
But he worked his butt off
handed
to,
to
get the United
them.
States, you know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think more on the like, trying to put everything into perspective a little more. I'm not saying, okay, like, I just think that they've gone a long way for these people, right? And I know you're kind of laughing over there because I really think they're real aliens. I'm serious. I don't believe these are regular people. My
Just
friend.
keep picturing them.
Yeah,
like,
my
cutting them
friend-
open. They're like an
Right, there's nothing
avatar,
there.
a blue avatar.
I mean, I think there's something going on. I don't see how these people are comfortable sleeping on. It's freezing fucking cold. I don't see it. And they're taking handouts. I just don't. We're all like, we're so busy just working our regular lives that we don't see really what's going on. But I started watching the news and started getting more on the perspective on it. And I'm like, okay, they're taking buses from Texas. Texas doesn't want them, so send them to Chicago. Chicago will take them, right?
no, the mayor doesn't want him, so now
Now he doesn't want them.
Texas is flying him in on private jets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's mistreatment of people, but
I've never even been on a PJ.
yeah. Well, we could talk more a little about that. But like you said, you put some to work. Now guys are trying to date these women too, right?
Yeah. I mean, they find themselves a nice white lady here with all the papers, and she likes them. And I mean, if this alien could do better than what these American guys are doing, maybe she want the alien. Have a half alien, half American kid out here.
I mean, you're right. Would you date a guy that was Venezuelan or whatever they are?
Yeah.
You would take one in, like
What?
like
Good
slavery
thing.
or what?
Not like slavery.
I mean, he doesn't. They don't really speak any English. Right?
So what English got to do with it?
I'm just asking. You said you would date one. I'm asking,
Yeah.
how would you communicate?
We could build something.
Okay, you'll build something together.
Yeah.
You gonna buy them a property, have them build it.
Yeah.
put 'em
A
to
home in
work.
Gary.
Probably could.
Would you date one?
I wouldn't date one, but I would be friends with him just so I could get some information. Like, so what's really going on? I want to know. You can tell me. I'm not gonna tell nobody.
Yeah, I'll give you a scenario. One of my friends over there, this guy, he brings them to the boat. Right? There's this one that like wears these glasses. I'm like thinking, how the fuck did this guy get some cool sunglasses? Right?
And he got Jordans on.
And he got Jordans on. Yeah, we were like thinking like, how did he all of a sudden get Jordans sunglasses? And he's like, they have iPhones already, right?
Right, they got
Like, how the fuck did these guys get all this stuff right away? If you think about it, it doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Your tax money.
No, I don't believe that. That's why I believe they're aliens, because they're just popping out with new shit. But you've been in the dating scene a while. Would you?
I am only dating if you have a green card or a U.S. passport.
Is that something you ask for?
Yeah,
Really?
Hmm.
I've never asked that to a woman. I don't.
I absolutely, because I know of someone who dated a guy who used her for a green
Same.
card. So
Same.
I am.
He just used her for papers.
Yep.
That-
Divorced her as soon as 3 years hit.
Women get used a lot for that, or
I
They
don't
either
think-
get used or they get paid. Your friend, I
Yeah. Oh,
feel sorry.
Yeah, she got used. So I'm very like because I do date.
can you talk a little on the mic if you don't mind? Yeah, you're good.
You always say I asked if you have a green card or a passport.
I've never heard that question. I just recently got one of my cards, I guess, passport, because I've just never needed it. I never really liked to go anywhere.
The
But
passport's like a joke. Like, do you have a blue passport or so? If you don't have a passport, it's okay. You got to be a citizen.
yeah, I'm well aware of that. I'm just saying in general, like, you know, if you have a regular license, you're pretty good. You're an American citizen.
No,
But
you're not.
yeah, no, nowadays, yeah.
You can have a license and not be a citizen.
Well, now, but it says authorized to work in the United States. It's not. It's not a real license. It's not a like. That's the same with your Social Security card. It says authorized to work. It's not the same. It's completely different. But I don't. As a man, I don't think I could ever use a woman like for papers. I don't see how like that would benefit me in any way.
Well.
But I know some men. I guess it could. Would you do that? Use a woman for papers?
Not really. I just like women for love, not for papers. Like, I get my
Women for love?
yeah, not for papers.
Of course, we all
Not my
love
own
women
baby.
for love.
Yeah, but I think women do that. Like guys would take women for papers. I guess
Oh,
you know.
I think so for sure.
But that's just kind of a little bit on the different side. But I want to go back on our subject of the aliens that we have here. You keep laughing about it. I'm telling you, it's for real. Nobody's talking about it. Why do they keep the homeless, like she was saying, that sleep underneath, Wacker? Why have they not gotten any help?
Because there's a bigger thing going on with them. They're using them for a future thing. Just like he was
But see,
saying,
that's just fucked
what
up
Red
though,
was saying.
because again,
It is. It's
these people been out there for years probably, and
exactly. That's
They-
why like a lot of people are so upset.
And there's also a lot of little kids missing and stuff too. And there's
right all the
crazy shit going
time,
on,
24/7, kids go missing, all this bullshit out here.
And nobody says anything about those poor aliens, because they're aliens, so nobody cares about them. So these kids are missing and stuff, and
Oh, for where?
like these-
Venezuela?
yeah, huh?
Well, they're not all Venezuelan. That's what I'm saying. They're not all
Oh yeah, there's
Venezuelan.
a bunch of different.
There's a bunch of different ones.
They're from Africa, from Haiti,
Yeah.
Jamaicans, Dominicans. There's
Yeah, they're like
letting
it's
everybody in.
It's like everybody and anybody is coming here all of a sudden, and then we're making room for them. I don't know why Chicago got the. I feel like we're getting the worst front of it to a point, but
Because our mayor said we're sanctuary.
yeah,
We're a safe haven for them. That's why. We're other states.
Florida said, hell no.
Well, I know they were trying to drop them off in the suburbs, and the suburbs like told them, no, you can't bring these people here. You're not allowed to. You leave them here. We're gonna find the bus drivers are gonna get fined a certain amount of money.
wow.
Yeah, if they drop them off in the burbs.
But where are they dropping them off?
But how
At
would
a
they
church?
know?
At a
They know.
where are these people are
So
sleeping?
they like tracking them or
There was
something.
like a hotel or something
Gotta be.
down in Streeterville.
Yeah.
Or like some building they made into like a. Cause I saw them outside a lot this summer, and I think like they were trying to make a hotel into like a apartment buildings for them.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to kind of go over the little conspiracy. That's what I think. I think in general, people are taking this lightly when it's really getting worse, and we're kind of just seeing it. I'm older. I've been in Chicago for a while. I know what it is. It's getting a lot more violent down here, so it's harder to actually enjoy yourself down here and go out down here. But I'd like to kind of get you guys' perspective on that. Has it gotten a lot harder to just go out and?
Every single time I go out, there's this like. Every time I go, I haven't been out in a while because it's a shooting, it's a fight, it's bullshit. Like you can't even go out, have a good time with your people, catch up. Like just socially, it's draining. Every time I ride past Hubbard, there's way too many. Like on just Hubbard Street, where all the bars.
Yeah, yeah.
There's way too many police cars over there. People driving and drunk and shit. Like it's honestly, you're taking a risk. You go outside, you're taking a risk. It's that literally that simple. You're risking your life if you want to go outside and kick it and party. You have to be with smart individuals who move like you and think like you. Because if you don't, you're risking your life.
Yeah, I
It's that
agree
deep.
with you on that.
It's that
because
deep.
I think a lot of people have kind of segregated towards like West Loop. Like people have changed
Yep.
from River North now to West
And
Loop
West
out
Loop
here.
is getting ghetto.
West Loop is, I wouldn't say it's ghetto, but
No, it's getting the crowd. The,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
crowd is changing.
yeah.
More ghetto kind of.
I
crowd
think
is going
I think
to
West Loop is like really out in the open, Like you'll see somebody out in West Loop walking because there's only like
You got
8
the
different.
Randolph.
Yeah, like
yeah.
it's kind of like when something bad does happen out there, it's gonna happen really bad. That's what I think because everything's kind of closed down,
I
right?
seen a car flipped over on Randolph before. Just they must have been trying to turn or do a U-E, and it was flipped over. So
Yeah. You think it's getting over there, or Red?
Yeah, it's getting bad out here, but who cares about how bad it's getting over here? We're just worried about what Kanye has to say and about the news, about the Epstein list. That's what we care about, you know. If Beyonce has a new dress or something, that's all we worry about.
what he's saying is stop being fucking distracted and wake up and think.
Yeah. I think
Man,
so.
that was
I think
a
so.
button.
I
That
think
was
so.
a button. That was a button.
You're trying too hard over here. But I think like a lot of us are not like, you know, watching the way we do move down here, you know, because there is like 4 or 5 different clubs to really go to. Joy District is on that block, like you said, where a lot of people go to, and it's the same people out essentially, right? And you know, I think, like you said, the restaurants are getting bigger and bigger out there in Fulton Market and the West Loop area. And that's where a lot of people are going to just eat dinner. But that's what I'm saying is those are going to become the worst spots, because Gold Coast is no longer exclusive out that way either, right? No. Like, there's been bad things going on out there.
Forever.
Yeah. I've seen a lot more cops, everything. Because people ask me, Fat, why'd you go out? I'm like, I just don't anymore. It's not worth it. I try to actually expense out. Now, this might be a cocky statement to say. I try to go to places so expensive that you can't go. So
Where normal people.
yeah, to
don't
get
live a
where normal people are, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just works easier is going to places so expensive that normal people can't go to. And now I'd rather pay $45, $50 a drink now as opposed to the $22 a drink or $18 a drink, just so I get myself out of like any kind of danger, right? Because Chicago can get like that. But you know, it's kind of how you watch where you move. But the dating scene is definitely moved towards West Loop, correct?
Because it's a lot of date sceneries out there. You know, they got that new Tulum inspired restaurant, which was really nice. I went for my birthday.
Okay.
And
Oh, nice. Okay.
But again, though, like you said, crowd, expense. It's like you kind of noticed it, like the people who.
It's like $300-$400 for like
for
you're 2-3
medium,
people.
2 people, you're gonna run up 200 or more. Like,
Yeah, it's
Easy.
they've made it really expensive no matter what. So
yeah.
you're kind of expensing yourself out, but a lot of people know about that place, so you may run into somebody, you may not. You know,
right? Or again, you know, someone coming more so on a average lifestyle, being really excited to be in a scenery because it is a truly beautiful like establishment. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they're trying to do with the Fulton West Loop area. Like they're trying to make all the restaurants upscaled, uppity kind of vibes to keep that kind of crowd. Keep that kind of,
but.
Because then you still got your little decent. You got federales. You got your little decent spots, nights and weekends, things like that, where it's like more kick it. But then you do have that block of.
I just think it's too enclosed. Like you walk down by Nobu to Geno's to Hide and Seek to like Mediterranean Niso's out there. Like it's all like you'll see people walking even down that little block, right? So that's where it gets extremely hard to date too. You can't go on multiple dates as a man, right?
In the same area, no.
I mean, you're a serial dater over there, Bobby Joe, right? I'd say you've been on a lot of dates. I'd say
I mean, I've been on some dates.
Yeah, try to find the right guy. Yeah. If you ran into somebody while you dated another person, has that happened ever or no?
Like, was I on a date and somebody else came in?
Like somebody was just in that area, that you know.
No, I've never been on a date where I saw another guy.
I've been on a date where I was on a date with a woman and then I saw
that happened to me too.
So I saw a woman I was on a date with 2-3 weeks ago maybe, and it was just it's a different perspective. But that's what I'm saying. West Loop is so closed off. You have no. This is back in the day. It's so different now. Like there is no exclusive spots you can go to that nobody really nobody knows who you are.
Coming to South Loop, I guess now.
Huh? South Loop?
You have to come start taking your dates in South Loop.
You would suggest that? You would go. Where would you go to South Loop?
Evanston.
Yeah. Oh no, there's some nice place in South Loop actually.
Red, you were just recently on a date, right?
Me? I haven't been on a date since last year.
No, I saw you were on you went to that little Christmas thing.
Oh, the Christmas thing with the bumper things? Yeah. It was pretty nice, actually. Hot cocoa, walk around, the lights, the scenery, holding hands and stuff.
Okay.
I've been doing it for a while, so I
Mr.
was just testing myself, see if I still had it in me,
Okay.
Yeah.
Still got the mojo?
It's kind of nice to do some things like that sometimes, It's not
Okay.
always
Did anyone else go to that thing?
No.
No. Okay.
I don't do dates.
You don't do dates, but you were just at. Who were you at Costa with? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what
It was a self date.
a self
I
date.
go on self love dates.
Okay. Now, if we kind of go back to the alien thing, right? If they start hitting West Loop area, we're gonna have a serious problem. That's when you really know when the real problems come, right?
He said they in the West Loop. It's a problem.
If they're in the West Loop in Chicago, that's where the real problems are gonna come. People are gonna start talking shit, right?
What are they doing here?
You don't think so?
You're so funny.
No, I'm serious. If you get these people out there, that's where you're gonna create chaos in Chicago, right?
Oh, yeah, any of the places that we go out in.
Okay.
Even walking around River North.
River North is not,
But I haven't been out in a long time.
River
Went
North.
out Friday, though.
They're full of rats.
I just don't know.
yeah.
River North rats?
What about you two ladies? Where do you guys go on dates?
You know what? My last date was downtown. It was on the 94th floor.
Okay. The Hancock Building?
Yeah.
The 360 Observatory. Oh my God, I used to work
That was
there.
my last date. So it was. It wasn't really that many people there. I really didn't have to, worry too much. But it was cold. Cold as hell. Like, can I?
Oh yeah, it used to be cold in there.
I curse. Okay. Where you go?
My last day was at Longhorn, the steakhouse.
Okay.
I love Longhorn.
Yeah, just
Yeah, they
a
got
little
good.
local.
Okay. Well, yeah, I've never been to Longhorn, to be
Me
honest.
neither.
Never.
I've never even, this is like a first.
I'll take you one day.
To Longhorn?
That's more my
It's steak, right?
I'm sure I've been.
Yeah,
once.
Yeah, I never been there.
No. Okay, guys, we appreciate you being on today's show. Tune in next week for another episode, all right?